Hello, hello. Oh, what's going on? Oh, look, there's this chat box appeared, which I didn't know was going to happen. Appeared on my screen. How's everybody doing? It's Games Plus Jam time. It's going to be lots of fun. It's good to see everybody jumping into the old chatteroos. Carlos, Kelpdoc, Colin Egerton, Max Davisy, hello. All you on YouTube. And we've got Paul Adam over on Twitch and old Sticky Tapes and Kaleva. Hello, everybody. Are you as excited for the jam as I am? How many? Let's refresh the page and see what's going on. 241 people. All excited to make some games this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to doing this one. And I'm hoping that you're all going to enjoy the theme, which we'll reveal in about 20 minutes or so. It's going to be a lot of fun. How's everybody doing? Fantastically, I hope. Yuda, hello. Trying to balance this like Twitch and YouTube thing. I haven't done this in so long. I haven't done a streaming like this, I don't think, since last year, since last Games Plus Jam. Maybe I did it for another, like Ludum Dare or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a while. So bear with me while I get my bearings again with all this stuff. Any guest appearances for the reveal? No, unfortunately not. It's just you're just stuck with me. That's all. You're good, Pot Adam? Excellent. That's what I'd like to hear. I always want everybody to be all good. So yeah, we've got a whole bunch of people. People make cool games for Games Plus Jam. We've had some cool entries before. I thought we'd take a quick little look at some games that came last year. Let's get this Discord out of here. We don't need to see that. I've got a Unity empty project here all ready to go for my own game for the jam. I don't have anything set up for the jam yet. I don't have. I obviously know what the theme is for the jam, but I haven't decided on the actual game that I'm going to make in the jam because, hey, that's not fair either. You know, we're all in this together. We're all going to have some fun and make a game in 48 hours. Let me have a sip of water. Kasim, hello. You can't participate. That's okay. Good to have you here still. Obviously, people's weekends all flow and see how these things go. Why is short jam this time? I like to mix it up, first of all, Kaleva. And second of all, I just realized you can't really read that chat very well, can you, with this black screen? Let's see if that helps it any better. It's hard to read that white text on the background. Maybe that works a bit better. But what was it? Yeah, short jam. Yeah, well, I think last time we did a week-long jam. I figured this time we'd do a slightly shorter one because I feel like sometimes you can participate over a weekend and really pack something in nice and small and tight and get a short little game done. That's the whole idea of Ludum Dare and stuff like that. But when you get a week to do it, I feel like that leads to, I've seen this happen. It leads to a lot of people planning out a much bigger game and then not being able to finish their game and then not submitting anything at the end. Because really, if you don't get everything that you wanted done, you should really still submit anyway. But I feel like you see a lot of people not get their game done in time and then they say, oh, I don't want to submit it because I didn't finish it. And that's not really what we're doing here. We want to create more things and get some more cool things out into the world. Yeah, no one overscopes ever. No, that never happens. But yeah, so that's why I like the 48-hour ones because they kind of force you to think small and get something cool done. This is your first 48 hours, Carlos. Well, you're in for a treat then because it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the 48-hour jams. I've done a few. There's a couple of Ludum Dares that I did 12-hour jam versions of them because I ran out of time over the weekend to actually do something. But it's fun to challenge yourself in those small little ways. Code slash, what constitutes a game versus a demo? Well, a demo would usually be a small portion of a larger game, whereas a complete 5-minute game jam game, you're not really going to see it expanded out into something more. You're not getting a tiny portion of a full game. Generally speaking, you're getting a complete experience in that 5 minutes. It's about the experience. Are you getting a portion of a full experience, or are you getting that full experience? You wanted your last one to be bigger than... Oh, you were pleased either way, Paul. I get you, yeah. Old sticky tape, you've never made a game before? Well, then you're in for a treat, because it's so much fun. Just having something done is also one of the other great things about game jams. It's just getting something done and getting it finished and putting it out there into the world for other people to experience and have their own bit of fun with. Shreyas, this is your first game jam too? That's awesome. I love hearing it, that it's people's first game jams. That's really cool. Because the first game jam is always like the most fun, because you're like, I have no idea what I can reasonably create in this amount of time. But then you challenge yourself and then you see what you can get done. I mean, I don't know. Let's see if I can find my first game jam game that I did. I think the first game jam that I did was Ludum Dare. Let's see, it was Ludum Dare 35. I made a game called Shipshifters. Let's see, I'm assuming this will still work. Let's find out. Oh, that was it. There we go. Just give me a second to make sure audio levels are okay. Kaleva, last year's JP Jam was your first one? That's awesome. Join the Discord community. Yes, indeed. If you go to bit.ly/GPJ Discord, that'll get you into our Discord group, where there's loads of people hanging out and being cool, and everybody's sharing the cool stuff that they're making. Let's see if this will play. Yeah, this is Ludum Dare 35. This is what I made in my first 48-hour jam. It was a whole bunch of fun to make this. I think I streamed this back then as well. The idea of this, I can't even remember what the theme was for this jam. I think it was something about shifting. I can't remember. But look, I made this little robot guy, and you run along, you shoot things. Oh, I had a double jump. I haven't played this game in so long. There were some enemy guys. It's pretty simple, especially when I look back on it now. I was like, ooh, there really isn't a lot going on in this game. You can crouch down. You got this big energy sword, which I don't think you can do any attacks with, but it makes a shield when you crouch down. Very good, very entertaining. And then when you get to here, you can press shift and you turn into a spaceship. And then you have to do some top scrolling, vertically scrolling shooting, avoiding these guys. You get to the top and you shift back to your robot guy. And that's kind of the basic idea of the game. I feel like if I was to make... Oh, look. Wow, those spikes did not do any obvious damage. They did do damage to me, but it was not obvious at all. I feel like if I was to try and make the exact same game now, it would be very different. Maybe that'd make an interesting video, actually. Remaking my first game jam game in the same 48-hour time limit. Could be kind of an interesting idea. But yeah, there we go. This is what I got done in my first game jam. Oh wow, it doesn't even have a way to get out of the jam, out of the game. If I press the escape key, it does nothing. And that's like a critical thing that I always say to people. Make sure there's a way to get out of your game when people are playing it. So yeah, rather than being able to quit it, I have to force it to quit. There we go. Yeah, great stuff. Early days. But that's the thing. I didn't know what I could make with my first jam, and then that's what came out. Whether that's good or bad, who knows? Transformers on the Commodore 64? Yeah. I think I remember vaguely that, James. Code Slash, you can make a VR game if you want, but of course I won't be able to play it, and most of the community probably won't be able to play it either, but that's no reason not to do it. Ultimately, it's up to you challenging yourself. So I would recommend, if you want to do it, go for it. That'd be cool to watch, Paul. And yeah, I think it kind of would be fun, wouldn't it? I'd never thought about that before. Always hold your game on a submittable version, yeah. Tasty Graph, good to see you, my friend. Long time no see. Well, long time no stream from me, so it is going good. We're getting all ready for the game jam here. I was going to take a look at some games from the last jam. Let's dive into a couple of little games here, shall we? Lemon, the game jam is for 48 hours, so it starts tonight. Well, it starts in 15 minutes, and then it lasts for 48 hours from then until Sunday evening / afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, / Monday morning, I guess, if you're on the other side of the world from me. Let's see. Let's go with Fastest Gun in the West here. This was a pretty cool one. That got a bit of attention, actually, on on itch.io. It got highlighted as like a free game of the week, basically. So it kind of got a lot of attention. And this is a slightly upgraded version from the Game Jam version. The creator expanded on it a little bit to tidy it up a bit afterwards. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. In this game, you shoot guys who come towards you, and the animation in this is great. I'm not very good at it because I'm terrible at aiming. Obviously, if you shoot them in the head, oh no, you have to reload your gun as well. If you shoot them in the head, they go down in one shot. If you shoot them in the body, they take 2 shots. But I really love the art of this. Obviously, it's pixel art, nice and simple, but it's just got a really good quality. Oh god, watch out for the guys trying to shoot you. Oh, and watch out for the snakes. Always got to watch out for the snakes. Well, this was a new guy added in after the jam as well. He had a bomb. Oh, he's gonna get me. There you go. I immediately died. The game was so fun. Played for hours. Yeah, it's a really cool game. There you go. You get these stats at the end of it and stuff. And there's leaderboards in this game now. Okay, so these are the daily and weekly leaderboards. That's pretty cool. I like this. How long they survive for? I'm not even going to submit my score because I don't think it was very good. 40 seconds? Yeah. Let's get out of here. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool little game. This one and Blackbird was the 2 best, you think? Yeah. I agree. That was another... Not necessarily that they were... I'm not saying I agree that they were the best because I think every game was pretty cool. But this was another really cool and unique entry. Again, I'm blanking on the names because I'm terrible at remembering the names of people who make things. But this game was their first Game Jam game as well. And it's very art heavy, as in the art is really good. And there's not as much gameplay. There we go. Anastasia Merslea. You scroll down these things, click on the little bird, and all these things happen. And there's some interactive elements, and it looks cool. Click on this stuff. There's a whole like story going on. I'm not going to go through this all properly or anything, but look at all this stuff. It's really cool, and it looks so good. Sorry, I had to mute for a cough there. There's something I'm supposed to do here. You spin this guy, don't you? And then it brings on the next stage. There we go. Yeah. Because I haven't played it in a while, I can't quite remember how it all works correctly. Okay, what are we doing now? Just taking a look at some of the games from the last jam. Let's jump into another one. I had a few downloaded here. The Compliment Corner was another good one that I quite enjoyed. Espina, hello. Yes, it was really nice art in that one, isn't it? Compliment Corner was a fun one. So the jam theme last year was words that I've forgotten. You're the best. You're the best was the theme. There we go. So you had to pick the best compliment for this person. So we had to look at our folder. And you think, what's one here? Nice hair, you rock. What do I do with it then? Did I close it with that selected? No. I can't remember what I'm supposed to do. Pick the best. It's definitely this one, right? Do I drag it somewhere? Uh-oh. Oh, and then I click on them to say it. There we go. I missed. Oh, hey Joyce. Thank you for welcome along. How are you doing? I enjoyed the stream earlier today. Your game is looking so cool. If anyone's not following Minions Art, you should be. She does cool streams every week, making cool things, making things look amazing in Unity all the time. I just sit here and like stumble my way through, but Joyce actually knows what she's doing, or at least makes it look like she does. Look at this guy. What could we say about him? Say he's looking buff, right? Looking buff, dude. Thank you. See, and you get nice tips for every person you compliment. It was a fun little game. It's the latter. It was a fun little game, not too complicated to it, but it was a whole bunch of fun. Again, so many cool and varied games get made during the jam every year, which is one of my favorite things about it. I love seeing all the interesting things that people choose to come up with along the way. Let's take a look at Minimart here. Minimart, this is another one that the creator is working more on. They've actually started doing a devlog series of them. Yeah, the theme was "You're the Best." That was the theme. For last year. We haven't announced the theme for this year yet. It's a secret. But yeah, this is a game. The creator of this, he's working on expanding the game. I think he's going to do a full Steam release of it. But this was a cool idea too. You had to like pick up these boxes, you run over, pick them up, and then you go outside. Go. I might not run. I said shift to run. Oh, I can't run when I'm holding the boxes. Let's go in here, and you put these on the shelves. I can't remember how do we put them. How do we put them on the shelves? Oh, there we go. You press space. Put this guy here. This guy here, and then customers come in and get all your stuff, and you have to go to the till and get money off them, and it's this endless little cycle of trying to catch up with yourself, and you have to go into the office over here to order more stock. I need some more sodas. Let's get some more these things, but I have no money to do any of these things. But look, I'm starting to get money piled up on the table over here, so I run over and grab it somehow. How do I grab it? Unknown. I cannot remember. This is the problem when you're jumping back into these games. I don't quite remember what was going on here. Hoping the team leaves room for creativity. Aaron, yeah, well, hopefully. That's the idea anyway. The theme is always kind of... The idea is to be as creative as you can with it, right? No matter what the thing is, there's always a way to be creative with it. You like stuff like me interpreted in different ways. Yeah. That's usually the fun way to do it. Minivac here was another one by Carlos, who was in a YouTube chat there. This was a fun little game. It had a good like story idea behind it as well. Let's see if I can get into the game. The gameplay itself was pretty simple, but the whole story element was kind of cool. And as Carlos said, this was his first game as well, and this was one of the more interesting games out of the jam. I can't remember the story it was based on. I feel like it was like a... What was the guy who did do Android's Dream of Electronic Sheep? Yeah, words and things are never my thing that works out well, right? Nick Noobles, hello. The big issue with Minivac is that you cannot skip the intro. Yeah, I am kind of sitting here going, oh no, I can't skip the intro to get to the game. But this is the idea. It's cool. It got cool, like pixel art. Isaac Asimov, is that what it was? Yes. Different. Last answer about a book from Isaac Asimov. I see, Carlos. Yes, that makes more sense because I am quite slow and I forget these things. But it was cool, like conceptual adaptation. It was a cool idea to do that as part of a game jam, to adapt the story from a book. Like it's a unique way to approach a game jam, right? Max Davis, 48 hours. Oh, sorry, we're in gameplay mode. I forgot, I didn't go fast enough. So the gameplay elements of the game, you're rushing through these areas, trying to get to the finish line, basically. Trying to beat the other guy. Am I going to catch up to them before the end? Ooh, it's going to be close. Oh, no, not when I run into the wall, it's not. Boo. Boo, James. You can do it better. It's about to start. It is. We're almost there. No, I was reading Max David's. Had to do a 40-hour film project once where the particular item was an egg. Make an original story with an egg in it. Yeah, that would be hard. A musical with a musical egg. See, there's always unique ways to do these things. But yes, that was Minivac. So many cool games. This is the most fun part of doing these game jams, is seeing what people come up with at the end of it all. I also like seeing what people share as the project is going along. I love seeing updates from people. So if you want to update, make sure you use the hashtag GPJam if you're sharing on Twitter, or you can join us on Discord at the link. Let's see if I type this into chat. Will it work? bit.ly/GPJ Discord. Very certain this is the right link. If I click on it, what does it do for me? Yeah, it does the right thing. That's okay. Yeah, that'll take you to our Discord where you can hang out and share the stuff you're making as the jam goes on. 3 minutes. Link works. Perfect, Tasty. Thank you. Micah, there you go. Hi, Micah. Micah was the person who created Minimart. And as I said, yeah, he put up a devlog there recently enough that I watched. It was very interesting about the game, and I'm interested to see how that game develops. Can't participate this year. That's okay. It was good to have you last year, my friend. Let's see. So since we're here on the stream being cool, and there's only 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go now. Woo, jeez. Let's get a special sneak peek and reveal the theme right now. Hey everybody, this is James, and it's time to... Oh, hold on. Whoa. Hey everybody, this is James, and it's time to reveal the theme for this year's Games Plus Jam. And the theme is Mix It Up. And with the theme announced, you can now take that as inspiration and make something fun before the deadline this Sunday. You can interpret the theme in any way you like. Maybe you make a cooking game where you have to mix the right ingredients, a shell game where you have to find a pea in the right cup when they've been all mixed up. Maybe mix together different mechanics from completely different genres, or take it to a higher level by mixing it up and challenging yourself to make a game in a genre you've never attempted before. Also remember, participating in the Game Jam is all about having fun, so even if you just have time to spend one day or one afternoon working on your entry, you can still make something cool. If you share any progress of your game on Twitter, make sure and use the hashtag GPJam so everyone can see what you're working on and retweet your cool stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone will create, so get making and have some game jamming fun. Wow, there you go. The theme is Mix It Up. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Hopefully, we'll start getting some cool ideas. So I want to hear, if you get some ideas, I need to edit the jam page to say that's the theme now. But hopefully, yeah, if you've got some cool ideas, I want to hear them. If your mind instantly goes, oh, what, I know what to make, or if your mind instantly goes, I have no idea what to make. You like alchemy, Tasty? I like it. Okay, I'm just off screen here going to update the jam theme. It'll take a moment because I didn't plan ahead and have it ready to go. But I'm just going to copy it from last year's jam description, and instead of you're the best, it's going to be mix it up. There we go. And let me just grab the link to the video. I'm a very organized person. This is not the right thing. You are not the right. You are the right thing. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so the jam is all a go. Everybody's got the information. We've got, boom, let's just refresh this. 250 people all signed up for the jam. Excellent. If you want to join the jam and you haven't already for any reason, here is a link in chat to the jam. Should pop up. There we go. So mix it up, yes, is the theme. So what are we thinking, folks? What are we thinking? It's cool to have everybody here hanging out, being awesome. I got a few ideas for games that I could potentially do here. If I pop this up here, let me get rid of this stuff. Boop. That was my list of things to get done before the jam starts. Jim, yes, I am indeed going to be submitting one because I enjoy doing these along with everybody. It's part of the fun of it. I'll be sharing, as I said before, I'll be sharing progress on like Twitter and more especially on the GamesPlusJam Discord. So join us on there. Good luck indeed, Leo. Good luck to everybody. A word jumble. Oh, that, yeah, you could remake Wordle for the jam. Jamdle. Can we do movement based? Of course, you can do anything in most. As long as your entry is some way inspired by Mix It Up, go for it, you know? Mixing enemies then having to fight them. Yeah, that could definitely work, Aaron. I love that. Jamdle, yes, Mark. Game Geek, good luck to you too. So yeah, here are some ideas that I randomly came up with myself. So a card-based fighting / wrestling game, because I've never made a card battling game of any kind. That's always something I felt like I should try, and I want the kind of, like, obviously fighting is another, mixing it up is another word for fighting, or not word, but another phrase for fighting. So you can that kind of makes some kind of sense. And I mind about a bunch of different puzzles, yeah. And make a 3D first-person shooter movement base. Yeah, of course I must. Go for it. Honestly, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your fancy, I say go for it. Yeah, so as I said, so that's card-based fighting game is kind of one idea. A baking or potion making game. We have to mix different ingredients to make customers happy. So maybe you have to make potions that have like different magical effects, like make people fall in love, make people heal, make people go on fire. I don't know. Or a baking game where you have to make tasty cookies and tasty cakes and stuff like that. That could be kind of fun too. Having to like spray the icing on the cake and stuff like that, having like a mini game part of that. Text-based first-person shooter, worst mix-up ever. I don't know, Tasty. That could be kind of interesting. Maybe a text-based first-person shooter, as in like, it's a first-person shooter, but everything you see is just text elements, just like letters around the place, and enemies are just the word enemy. And when you shoot, it just says up on the screen, bang, 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 and things like that. That could be kind of fun. You missed, yeah. that could work, Tasty. You could type in like turn 25 degrees to the right and shoot. Did I work? No. You died. So this is another one. Play some micro games as one character, and then when it slams Mix It Up on the screen, and then it switches into a completely different kind of games. So maybe you're like running along as a little platformer dude, and then it pops up Mix It Up, and it switches into like a racing game all of a sudden. Because I like doing like little mini games like that. Little mini game collections are always something that I enjoy doing in game jams. But that might be a bit too big. That could end up being kind of crazy out of scope, because it depends on basically how many little mini games can you add in. The old game of building words from letters, like Scrabble or something. Oh yeah, this little thing is all about you're the best. Hee let's just do this. I'm going to bring this down like so. Boom. Save this. I know most people will be following along here and stuff like that, but we want to make sure the page is sensible because it's mentioning things from the You're the Best version. Mix it up. You're a bartender with a bunch of really picky customers. Now that could be fun, tasty, especially if you're serving to a whole bunch of drunk people that are getting more annoyed. Shaken Not Stirred. Now that's a good game name for that. Yeah, and the customers getting more furious as you refuse to, or as you fail. Dan, how are you, my friend? The theme is mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up. Gonna be fun. We're just talking through some various different ideas here. It does say it in the top left of the screen, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm making sure I'm not forgetting about things. I know it's not like the most obvious up there or anything. But yeah, maybe I could just, maybe, you know what I could do? Could do this. Put this thing here. Open this. Bear with me for a second, everybody. Put it over here, right? Mix it up. Mix it up. There we go. Wrestling game number one idea. Exactly, Dan. You know me. Yeah, so another idea. Puzzle game where you have to switch between 2D and 3D. I thought that could be kind of interesting too. I feel like that's an idea that I've seen used in some games. It's always kind of interesting, but I always think that there's different ways to do that could work out very nicely. I think the jam page should be all fixed up now. There we go. It's all fixed up. Yes, the jam page is fixed. Might think up an idea with brain out for some practice. It's always good, Dan, isn't it? Even just the brainstorming part is sometimes just fun of game jams. Yeah. Also, yeah. If you don't know, then you should all be following Honest Dan Games here on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch or if you're on YouTube, obviously go over to Twitch and go to Honest Dan Games because Dan is awesome. Streams making cool stuff in Unreal. He knows a lot more about Unreal than I do. You should definitely go and check him out and follow him and do all the cool things. You know, all those cool things. Anderson Kev, hello man, how are you doing? Good to see you here. How is your amazing chicken game going? Again, everybody go follow Kev. Just go follow everybody. You know, just go follow all the cool people. Kev is working on a cool chicken 3D platformer, which looks amazing. If you follow Game Dev on like Twitch and stuff or Twitter, you've probably seen it going around because he makes cool things. What am I up to? We're running our game jam here. We just announced the theme, which is Mix It Up. We're just talking through some ideas for games. What are we going to do for this cool game jam? We also do a game about leading a rebellion. That was my other kind of idea. What other cool ideas have we seen in chat? I don't want to steal people's ideas, but if you've got cool ideas that we could do. On TikTok, Tasty, yeah, I'd say that probably is the one you're thinking of. Pick and mix 90s UK corner shop experience. Gotta count the penny sweets on the counter and check the kids aren't trying to steal more sweets. I like it. Thank you for the follows. I keep missing the names of the people who are actually following, but that's how you know I'm not a professional streamer. Kev is a talented and lovely boy. That's right. JT, are paid assets okay or only free ones? I mean, they're okay to use. It's probably better, not better, but it's usually a good idea to like mention that you use such and such an asset in your like description of the game or whatever. But like this isn't a big like tightly contested thing. User in time. What is that? So yeah, I'd say go ahead and do it. Just kind of mention it, just to make it fair to everybody, because you've got these amazingly fancy 3D models or something, and people are like, "Hey, I couldn't make that in a weekend." It's just to call it out more so than anything. But at the end of the day, it's about making a cool game. It's not like anybody's going to be banning you from it or anything like that. You definitely say what you use. Yeah, exactly. That's all you really need to do. I'm going to do your one weekly stream. Yeah, I know, Dan. It's hard to find time, isn't it? That's the thing. Shall be a fun time indeed, Mr. Apothic. I'm glad to see there's so many people coming in to hang out and chat for the start of this stream. Or for the start of this jam. I allow you to use my ideas, thank you. And you don't even have a child, Dan, I know. I mean, come on, you're pretty much enough of a child, I'd say. Brings out everyone. What other cool ideas do we have? I really like Tasty's bar idea of mixing drinks and having to deal with angry customers. Endless Bias. Find your channel today, sweet. Text to speech mixed with audio, like Geometry Dash. I've never played Geometry Dash. I know what it is, but I've never played it. There's a Geometry Wars? What's Geometry Wars? What am I talking about? Jacob. Awesome, I'm glad I could help you out a little bit with that. So yeah, I don't know what game I want to make. That's the problem. I kind of like this puzzly one, but I also like the idea of doing a card battling game, because it's not something I've done before. It might be interesting to give that a go and then potentially do a future like tutorial or something on it. I work out how to do it properly. Imagine you bringing back the WarioWare style game you did before. Yeah, that's the thing, Dan. I do like doing those little mini games because they're a lot of fun. Jacob, was the theme drop? Yes, it is. It's over on the right, on the left of the screen even. Mix It Up. Mix It Up is the theme for the jam. Oh. I should probably do like... That's all good. Look how visually interesting things are at the moment here. We could look at my empty Unity project file. Ooh, so pretty. Look at the grids move. The grids. You haven't thought of the grids. Car football? I think there might already be a car football game. Car football would be. I've always thought it'd be fun to try and recreate Rocket League. Go into discussion with your team. Excellent, Mr. Apothic. And a quick blend of ideas. Indeed. Yeah. What about mixing up some different kinds of games? What mechanics could we pull from one game to bring it into a different world? Is your desktop image? I like it, Tasty. I like it. Billy, I like the sound of that. A wave-based thing where the gameplay rules get mixed up between waves. That sounds cool. I like that. Dan, can you submit ideas if you don't make the game? Yes, absolutely. Just submit an empty Twitch page or an empty itch page even with just the description of the game you wanted to make on it. I mean, sometimes the ideas are better than what the execution turns out with, right? Pitball, you say that, Yuda, but pinball. What could you do with pinball that might be interesting? A pinball platformer or something? That could be kind of interesting. You're good at writing docs, I like it. Felix, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? So these are the The only thing about card battling games is you need to come up with some good system ideas for it. Pitball from Amiga? Pitfall? Do you mean, Yuta? Vijit, hello. Hello. Good to see you. Let's see. Is making a card game, base game. It would be a good tutorial in the future, wouldn't it? People like card games, especially at the moment. I'm doing well too, Felix. Thank you. I'm glad to hear you're doing well too. Football with helmets fighting. I maybe could do a card. What kind of card-based games? So I have a fighting game written down here, but what kind of card-based games could you do that might be interesting? Like a card racing game. How would that work? Would that be interesting at all? I don't know how it would. You place your card to say, I drive 5 meters forward, and the other person only drives 3. Haha, I'm winning the race. What are cool card-based interesting games? I think maybe a card-based like football could be kind of interesting. You draw 5 left turn cards, yeah. There's a left turn coming, but all you've got is right turns. Oh no! Crash. Or else, if you play like, you play like 4. If you have to turn left and you play 4 right turn cards, or maybe let's keep it simple. Play 3 right turn cards. They cancel each other out, so you actually go left. We're getting some cool card ideas here. I'm liking this. Cards, but your character is surfing the whole time and doing tricks. And your turn can give your cards boosts. Oh, that could be interesting. Like, or even like a card skateboarding game where you have to do tricks. Card-based wrestling tycoon game. Oh, tasty. That could be fun. Play the right wrestlers for the venue, but beware of wildcards and events. Oh, I like that. Oh, Dan, that's a really good idea for the 1, 2, 3. I like that. That could be a lot of fun. How long is the jam? The jam is for 48 hours, so until 48 hours from now, basically. That could be really fun, Dan. I'm going to make note of that down here. Well, I say make note. I'm going to steal it and write it down here. Madman. Madman, Dan. Card collecting dungeon crawler? That could work, Felix. Mixing cards while you're cooking them, lemon. Yeah, I saw that. I just didn't react to it, but I think that sounds kind of interesting, actually. Card mage fight game. Oh yeah, you're right, Dan. Sorry. No, it's still doing it. Oops. No, I did it again. God damn it. There we go. Perfect. This is now it's totally my idea. 100% James' idea. Exactly. You have no way of proving otherwise. Get out of here. FPS, TBS, top down. What are the rules? There's no rules really. Just make your game in the time. Card first person shooter. How would that work, Jim? How would that work? Could be interesting. Like, I'm not saying no to it. I'm saying Tasty. That would be great. The stream simulator. That would be great. Puzzle game where you need something to solve. You just cut a rope, but the player won't know what the key item. Oh, you can mix words to letters to make new words to solve a puzzle. Oh, that's an interesting idea, Raphael. I kind of like that. That could be quite cool, actually. That's one I would recommend pursuing. What other cool card things could we do? Card cooking game. Oh, that could be interesting, actually. Card cooking game. I could see that. Combine them, you make something good. And you have to kind of hope you get good cards for making orders for people. You might recreate Scrabble. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun project to try and do, regardless. You seem like you're coming up with a lot of ideas, and I don't think I'm following any of them. Card-based card game. Oh, take it to the next level, Tasty. Card game where when you gain new cards, you get to choose the stats of the card from the enemies you destroyed. Like Inscription. Yeah, I did like that part of Inscription. That could be interesting, actually. Again, I'm going to take that one and let's just pop that in here. Totally James' original idea. Thank you, Dan. Jim, I like that card-based FPS idea. That could be kind of interesting. An RPG where characters are mixed. What if the roles are mixed too? That could be definitely interesting, Lemon, but an RPG is definitely way too big of a scope for a Game Jam game in 40 hours, I think. Inscription is a good game. I enjoyed the first part of Inscription, but then when it got into the second act of it, and it was just like, okay, do the card game, but so much more of it. I was kind of like, ooh, I'm not bothered with this. RPG and tower defense. Oh, cool. I could see how that would be interesting, JT. I think the Act 1 alone was fab. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, I got distracted. The Act 2, it got to that point where you had to keep playing the card game, but here's a whole different bunch of different versions and rules of it to play. And I was like, oh, I thought I was going to just do something a little bit more different than this. And I kind of gave up on the game from there. Yeah, mechanic in Discord a month ago. I might have seen that, J2. My brain is like a sieve and it just lets things out all the time. What if it's just like a card game that's like top trumps, where you have to like pick the right number to beat the other person? That's a super simple card game, right? Locke, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you, as always. Card game where you mix different parts to make new cards. Oh, Lemon, that could be fun. Card game where you build car from parts. That could be fun. You have to build a car and then kind of complete a course with your built car or something like that. You mix the wheels and maybe go faster. Yeah, that could be really fun actually. Locke, Dan said to say hello to you in case you can't read the chat on screen. I don't know if that's showing up very well or not. Might be a bit small. I don't know. With different stats for different pieces. Yeah, Lemon. That could be really interesting, actually. Above your skill set for 40 hours. It might be a little bit of work. I agree. But it could be doable. Kind of annoyed, Locke. Twitch have IP banned. I did see you saying that on Twitter about that whole situation, and it seemed like just stupid and messed up. Oh, I get you, Dan. That makes total sense. Yeah, Locke is banned from Twitch because Twitch are crazy. I do like. For some reason, I'm drawn to this idea of doing a card game. It's blurred on Twitch as well. Maybe the box thing is small. I don't know. I didn't even remember I had that thing on. To be honest, I could go. Woo! Look, it's big. You can see it a bit bigger now. It's taken up so much of the screen. Card game dating game. Oh, that could be kind of funny. Try to play like good responses. That could actually be a good bit of fun. But instead of dating people, they're robots dating each other. So the robots are also playing their own cards to respond to you.
Months of being the champ. Let's go.
Oh, we got a scrub from Lock of War, keeping up his amazing sub streak. The master of subbing on Twitch, Mr. Locke. Thank you, Locke. I appreciate it. I appreciate your ongoing support, my friend. You're a cool guy. Maybe one day we'll get the whole the little characters that we used to have on the stream going again. You can get your belt back. A game where you have to do the fashion card game Endless Bias. That sounds kind of interesting, actually. Dress up Try to get the best score in the fashion contest. That could be cool. Akumi, you have a nice idea. Sweet. I'm so excited to see what everybody comes up with. What cool ideas people are going to have. It's locked up in your house. Oh, fair enough, Locke. I'm glad you have it and you know where it is. The card dating game could be kind of fun. Tasty, it's good to see you again, my friend. Thank you for dropping in to hang out and enjoy being cool as always, my friend. Hmm. The only thing is, if I do a super simple card-based fighting game, it's just going to be too obvious. It's not really going in with the whole mix-it-up thing as much. Whereas like something like a card-based dating game could be more interesting. If a quap-like idea for a game, that's awesome. I'm very much looking forward to that, Akumi. Takes place at a mixer. Lock. Takes place at a mixer. I like it. at a mixer that's called Mix It Up. Card-based dancing game. Okay, that could be fun too, but that could be like a second segment of the dating game. You have the and the cooking game. Oh, we could have multiple stages of card action in these games. So you could have the dating round, then you go out dancing, and then you have to make them a nice tasty cake. You know what? This could be fun. So we could have card dancing. Those 54 months aren't for nothing. Yes, indeed. Like robot cake? Yeah, exactly. Robots need cake too. Are you saying they don't? You're developing a game, Lemon? You can tell I often date, Dan. Yes, dancing and cake. Exactly. Is that not how the dating scene works these days? You go have a chat at this mixer, then you go dancing, then you go making cakes together. Scope creep is real indeed, Beard Nerd Eye. Like, I think it would be fun to have those multiple stages, but that could definitely end up taking a long time to do all that. A card tower defense, yeah, that I could see how that would work definitely. You can't tell, Lemon. That's fair enough. um, Card tower defense. What? Okay, let's mix it up with some more card things. Cards. What would be unusual to have a card component to it, but that could be fun. Battle chess. You love all the positivity, Lemon. We're always positive here in Games Plus Jamestown. Jim. that card game could get pretty awkward, I would say. I don't know, there's something fun about this card game based dating thing. what other kind of card games could we have then? What other kind of genres of games are there? We've got like platformers. Would you have a card-based platformer game? I don't think so. I can't immediately think of how that would work. Because generally, like, you want something that's kind of competitive one-on-one. These card games, you know, obviously you'd be going up against some kind of AI. But or do I keep it a bit more simple and do like a card battling game with a mixing of cards twist? Like Dan said, when you defeat an enemy, you have to mix their cards together to make new ones, or maybe you just have to mix cards together in general. I don't know, mix cards together in some way. Are you still using Unity or moving on to something else now? If you're talking to me on Challenge, no, I'm still working away with Unity, always doing Unity stuff. Cards with chess moves? Chess with cards. That could be kind of fun, actually. You can only move a piece if you get the correct card first. The only thing then is I need to make a chess AI as well. Like, if you have to like mix the cards or else like build the cards in some way, I don't know how that would work. Card science experiments. You don't think you've got the time, Dan? That I know you've said that a couple times anyway, but weekends take up time, right? Other cards like sports. What kind of sports games could work with cards? Like Olympic sports probably wouldn't work very well. I don't know. I've already made a kind of Olympics game last time, or not last time, but last year at one point. No, it was last time, wasn't it? Last year. Oh, I'm not going to go looking for it now. International Mega Sports. Mixing jumping and shooting in a platformer? That could be definitely interesting. Oh, the focus here aren't necessarily cards, Kasim. If I thought of another idea as well, I could easily go with that. I could easily completely change my mind in like an hour or two and go completely different. This is the first bit of the jam where the ideas kind of flow around and you see what feels good too. Entire world made out of cards and use a magic blender to bring them together. That'd be kind of cool. Oh yeah, what about a game like a Will It Blend game? You have to try and see what you can fit in a blender. Rugby time, Dan. Enjoy your rugby, my friend. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out and being awesome as always, my friend. It's good to see you. I hope we get to chat again sometime soon. There's a Stardew Valley board game. Oh, I didn't know that. That could be interesting. I may have to look up some of these things. So yeah, I've got a few different ideas. Card games are really hard to make, Riley. Yeah, that's one other aspect of this is I've never made a card game, so it might be hard to do. Maybe something to save on the back burner for another time too. Throwing ragdolls to a blender, that could be fun. Arthur, good to see you. You're still taking some courses and you're still new. That's okay. You know, it's when you're confident enough to try it, you should definitely enter a game jam. It's definitely fun to do. And at the end of the day, like, nobody really cares if you make... Ultimately, nobody cares if you make a good or bad game. But if your first game you make in a game jam isn't up to scratch, that's fine, because it's your first one. It doesn't matter. Getting something done is more important, or getting something made and out there is more important than the actual quality of it, because everybody's first game is never going to be their best game. But yeah, you said being dropped survival elements, being dropped in a place where you find cards that can turn into something useful to defend. That could work too, definitely. Our game's going to require a lot of playtesting to balance them out. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you want to be unique with your card game, you definitely have to try some new rules. Get most reviews from Twitch or YouTube? They're both pretty much the same at the moment here. They're doing places I'm streaming to, yeah, but it's not like I regularly streamed. I don't think I've streamed in about a year, so. A shopping card game. Jam was fun, takes a lot of time playtesting. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only thing I'm thinking about with that as well. So, but we do have some other ideas here that could be fun to do. I might kind of bang my head against the wall of thinking about which ones are good as well. Yeah, Mega Man Battle Network. I've always heard about those games, but I've never actually played any of them. So I'm actually familiar with how they work. That could be interesting too. I may have to look that up and have a little think. JT, that's a good way to do it, to have like a long-term project, but to do like game jams is just like a side little thing, because ultimately it will help make your main project better. I always find it's a good way to take your brain out of being focused on one thing. I often find that doing a game jam, you come out of it with like energy to get back to your main project and get more done on it. You also had a potion mixing idea. You had a very short game for jam and want to expand on it. That's cool, Kasim. That's definitely happens with people as well. There's definitely been games, full-fledged games that have been released that started as game jam games. For example, Loop Hero that came out last year that kind of took the world by storm. That was made for Ludum Dare in 48 hours a few years ago. Enough to do in your main project lock and zero time. That's another problem, isn't it? Are you doing browser or download? I'll probably try and get a browser version up, depending on how that runs. I usually do try to. For everyone to play a little bit easier. You like 2048, but ingredients spawning every click, and then depending on the best, you get more points. Oh, that could be interesting, Nakumi, definitely. Suzuji, good night. Thank you for stopping by. WebGL pain, I see it coming. Yeah, WebGL is not always. It doesn't always flow nicely, quite there. But I think we've got a few ideas, and I think I'm going to just kind of think on these ideas and see which will work best. So I'm probably going to wrap up this Game Jam start stream here, but it's been awesome to hang out with all you amazing people. I'll probably stream a little bit tomorrow again to give a bit of an update of what I'm doing and to see how everyone else is doing as well. That's kind of fun. So make sure you be ready to come chat again, or else you, of course, if you join us on Discord. Let's see, bit. I'm going to type out a link. Boom, there we go. Join us on Discord. And of course, go to Twitter and share any progress you're making. But as I said, join us on Discord and share what you're doing. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will be back tomorrow to share what we're doing and you can see what game I actually decide to make too. Keep being awesome. Keep being amazing. Thank you for hanging out, and best of luck, everybody, with the jam. Goodbye.